What's up, roller booters? So, yep, I have my flame suit on again because one thing that we're really good at in the rollerblading community is arguing, and that's what we're doing today. I think one of the biggest debates in rollerblading tricks, and so that's one of the biggest things that we love to argue about, is what different tricks are called and trying to justify our perspective on the matter. And so I think the easy button would be to make a video arguing for or against whether it's this trick, I'll just put this up on screen, whether this trick is called a SAVANNA or an alley-oop unity. That would be the easy button today, but we're actually gonna be discussing something different. Still has to do with these cross-legged tricks, but we're gonna be talking about a couple different tricks, what they're called, what I think they're called, and what you think they're called. Got my flame suit on, got my flame jacket on, in case it gets a little bit heated. So we're gonna go through that. Also, if you can name what video is playing on the laptop back here, I will pin your comment. If there's multiple, sorry, but let me know what this is. I'm sure someone will get it. It's probably easier than I can see. Anyway, yeah, let me know what video is playing. Test your trivia. I've taken the liberty of compiling some clips at the local skate park here in San Antonio to kind of break down a little bit and discuss. And so we'll go through them right now. Okay, so we're gonna start off with just a simple soul grind. I think most of us can agree on what a soul grind is, right? So let's start at square one. So I think we can all agree that this is a soul grind. I'm gonna mute the computer real quick. I think we can all also agree that this is a soul grind. This is a soul grind. This is a soul grind. And this is a soul grind. We'll back up. So, of course, the way I spun into it and did or didn't spin into it, including Nils Janssens. Thank you, Nils, for helping me with the illustration here. But those were all soul grinds. Yes, some of them were in-spin souls, out-spin souls, hurricane, 360, this, that, and the other, but they're all soul grinds. The way you spin into a soul grind and the way you spin out of a soul grind doesn't change the underlying fundamental trick itself. And so just wanted to put that out there to kind of like lay the groundwork, at least of my thinking, and I could be completely wrong. And so again, as always, please let me know what you think down in the comments and how I am messed up, because I don't want to be messed up. You know, if there's something I'm missing, I want to know. All right, so now that we've hopefully at least established what a soul grind is, and that spinning into and out of a soul grind doesn't change the fact that it is a soul grind, we'll move on. Now, the editing, I messed up on the editing a little bit here, but we're gonna talk about this one. So you can see my kind of bad editing here. The player is covering it, but you can see it says backside unity. And so this is my natural backside unity. My left foot is over my right foot. My back is towards the obstacle, in this case, the ledge, and I'm sliding towards my right shoulder. This is a backside unity. I think most of us can agree on this. Okay. And so I think most of us can also agree that this is also a backside unity. Maybe we can call it a cab back unity. Maybe we can call it a FAKIE 270 back unity, whatever you want to call it. But I think we can still agree that this is a backside unity. Same orientation, left foot over right, back to the obstacle, and sliding towards the right shoulder. In this case, backside unity. All right, now, after this, I've labeled these different clips. My space bar is like messed up. So I already gave it away. I'm not even gonna edit it out. All right, so I've edited these clips to include little letter designators. And so I'm going to just play the clips, and they're gonna play in full speed, and then they're gonna play at quarter speed, slow motion, so that we can get a good look at the trick. And I'm just gonna go through these clips without really saying anything about what I think. And I just want you, there's 4 of them, so A, B, C, and D. And I just want you to think to yourself, like, what do you call this trick? And why? Right? And so we're gonna go through it, and then after we go through these, I'll talk about what I call them and why, and we'll go from there. All right, so A, here we go, full speed. And what would you call that? All right, here's B. We'll watch it in slow-mo. Okay, so now, just to establish what this is called, because again, this is not a video trying to argue for or against whether it's called SAVANNA or alley-oop unity. For the purposes of just being consistent with the terminology in this video, we're calling this a backside SAVANNA. And I realize the rabbit hole goes even further to where some people call this a true SAVANNA or a true spin SAVANNA. But again, for the purposes of consistency in this video, this will be called a backside SAVANNA. And so you can see it's just like the unity. My left foot is in front of my right foot. My back is oriented towards the obstacle. And now the only difference is now I'm sliding towards my left shoulder instead of my right shoulder. So again, you don't have to agree with that this is called a backside SAVANNA. You can call it a backside alley-oop unity, if that floats your boat. But anyway, back SAVANNA. All right, so that's established there. So, okay, so here's C and D, and I'll let them play. Okay, so I just want to be clear. I'm not trying to trick anyone. There's no games here. My left foot is always in front of my right. I'm not doing any switch and regular stuff here. I'm not trying to mix anything up. I want this to be as like sterile and objective as possible so that we can discuss this. And so at no point did I change the orientation of my feet relative to one another. Okay. So now we're going to go through, and I'm just going to talk about what I call them and a little bit maybe of why, and that'll be that. All right, I'm just going to use the mouse. All right, 270 back unity, right? Like in the beginning, we established that this was a unity. Left foot in front of right, back oriented towards the obstacle, sliding towards the right shoulder, unity grind. I think what wraps a lot of people and what a lot of people think, and maybe I'm messed up on this, is that this motion of like wrapping, this kind of signature wrapping motion, just inherently makes it a SAVANNA, which I disagree with. If that's true, if just this motion of wrapping your feet around each other makes a trick a SAVANNA, or makes this trick a SAVANNA, then I'm wrong. But just like we talked about with the soul grind, the way you spin into or out of this trick, in my opinion, does not change the underlying trick. All right, 270 back unity. Let me know what you think this is called. All right, B. Same orientation. There's still that wrap motion, but I'm calling this a fakie 2 backside unity, fakie back unity. Again, there's that wrapping motion, foot wrapping motion, where it looks like when people think of a SAVANNA, they think of that motion. But again, if you look at how my feet are oriented, which way I'm sliding, how my body's oriented, it's the fundamental trick does not change. Fakie back unity. You can call that outspin, whatever you want to call it, but regardless, it's a fakie to backside unity. You could call it fakie outspin unity or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. All right, C. All right, I know people are getting heated. I can hear those keyboards slamming. 270 back SAVANNA. Again, we established left foot in front of right, back towards the obstacle, sliding towards the left shoulder now. 270 back SAVANNA. And then the last one here for D. And again, you could probably call this any number of things, like, you know, outspin, fakie outspin SAVANNA, or I don't even know. But to me, this is a fakie to back SAVANNA. I can just hear the rage. So anyway, that is my take on this. This is meant to be, because I think it is important for, you know, it's goofy, right? We argue so much about the language of these tricks. I think it's important because in order for us to effectively communicate and grow as a sport, we need some level of like common language, common terminology. You know, I think there's always going to be some disagreements and etc. But I think it is important to be able to communicate effectively with other rollerbladers and not get confused and get frustrated and whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to make it. If you do like the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. And make sure to ring that little bell. It gives you a heads up as soon as I upload new videos. So you can stay super up to date on what I'm pushing out here. So anyway, thanks for being here, roller booters, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Which one of these videos looks more interesting to you? This one or this one? Click one to support the channel and to support rollerblading, and I'll see you there.